Ah, greetings. Hello. Good day. Welcome. We are going to do a very small infographic, whatever. We're going to do a small informational guide on how to Skork. Because Skork is my favorite DPS, and she's honestly quite confusing, and a bunch of new Skork players, a bunch of new Skork havers do not understand why her team is restrictive, why she needs to have Hydra and Cryo, why she needs the Scoffy base so badly, and how she actually works. So let's just go through all of that one time. So let's begin. The first important thing is that she wants a team full of Cryo and Hydro because she wants this. This talent of hers, whenever your team members hit with Cryo or Hydro attacks, there must be at least one Hydro and one Cryo in the team. You get these. You get these stacks. As you can see, the third stack buffs her normal attack by far more than the first and second stack, and also buffs her DPS burst by far more than the first and second stack. So you want your team to hit. Your team must all hit with elemental damage before your Skirk DPS window starts. Otherwise, you're losing out on quite a bit of DPS right there. And this goes hand in hand with her number one best teammate, which is Scoffy. And also, because Scoffy has this wonderful talent here, where if you have Hydra and Cryo in the party, each number of them will increase the resistance shred of Hydra and Cryo that her skill and her burst does by hitting enemies. As you can see, the jump with 3 teammates going to 4 teammates is quite high. So, both of them want a team full of Hydra and Cryo. That is quite tantamount to, yeah, that is pretty much quite tantamount to how things play out. So, to do all this, I'm gonna go in Miliastra Wonderland with a DPS test dummy that I forced myself to use for the first time today just so I can make this video. I hope you all appreciate my sacrifice. And this is your average Skork team. And let's begin. I don't need to explain why Farina is here. Yelan is one of her best other teammates. Let me just enable fanfare here. And I'll change the dummy to Almighty Chill. Okay, so let's begin. So to start, Skork does not have energy in the same way that everybody else does. Uh, Her default normal attacks don't really do anything special. What you want to do is you want to tap her skill and you get her DPS window. As you can see, I have a bar on the side and it also fills up my burst gauge. And she's in DPS form with a change of outfit as well. So that didn't last very long. If you wanted to make to last longer, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You could preemptively hold his skill to charge the same amount of energy, and that'll just remain there pretty much forever. So the next time I go DPS window, it'll add. It always adds that amount, so as you see I have a much longer time in my DPS window now. And note if I swap off and swap back on, it'll immediately end the window. Her skill cooldown only starts once her DPS window is done. So if you I don't know, kill a wave of mobs and you want to start charging immediately, just swap off her and then swap back on, and it's perfectly fine. And now she has 2 bursts. But before I get into her burst, let's check this. So, to stay in her DPS window for a long period of time without having to charge all the time, you can generate something called void rifts. So every time a cryo-related reaction that isn't melt happens, you'll make one of these. And sorry, these are void rifts. You can create one every 2.5 seconds, and holding her skill will absorb all of them. The max that you can have is 3. And as you can see, I gained enough that my burst is already lit. So now that my burst is lit, I can show you what her DPS burst looks like. So her DPS burst is this, which can be performed after, I believe, 60% of her bar. You can immediately enter her DPS mode, but her burst will still be on cooldown. That's important for those void rifts themselves. So let's go, make 1, make 2, and let's make 3. So in her DPS window now, you can see she has stars. So if I tap her burst, I'll absorb them, and I'll deal extra damage for about 10 attacks. If you don't have her burst available to absorb them with, you can use a charge attack. Charge attacks, while they do absorb them, they don't give the extra bonus damage that her mini burst does. So her playstyles aren't exactly mix and match, but generally, let's say when you're starting Spiral Abyss and your energy is full, it'll make more sense to just open with her big burst and then go into DPS slapping mode, rather than to just waste the entire full bar. It is less slapping damage, but the total overall damage will actually be higher for the most part. I swear I said show fanfare, but anyway. So, all that aside, now you have her, DPS window. So, go back here. I swear I said show. Oh, there we go. Anyway, so let's go to detailed view, and we come here. So her DPS is pretty much it's whatever. It's 30 something K for me. It's fine. It's 30 something K. Just a Scoffy Bay alone. I understand that the Scoffy Bay is part of this DPS, but that has pretty much doubled my DPS right there. Well, not exactly, but this is mostly double my DPS. And Skirk was still most of it. So the overall rotation would be something akin to this. See, charge attack to pull in the rifts, and now her DPS window has ended. So do it again. So now it's gonna be a little bit nicer because it absorbed all the fanfare immediately. Remember, the first rotation when you are at full health is a little bit rough. I'm not doing any special skill combos, I know there's some of them. But as you can see, I just generally somewhere around the vicinity of 180, 190k. Now, I would say one of the most interesting things here is how much damage my Elana and Farina are doing, because that is not normal. Most people don't have that. I'm getting 190k DPS average. My Elana and Farina are doing a lot. For most people, your Skirk is actually going to be doing closer to 70% of the damage to your team. Not like mine where I'm at like 51 or something. But that is generally how the Skirk rotations go, right? That'll be how you do it for Abyss, that'll be how you do it for Stygian Onslaught, etc, etc. Make sure you keep your rotations nice and wonderful, make sure you have enough energy recharge for the team, and you're good. So with that, I hope you have learned how to do the basic skirking, and have a nice day. Enjoy your Skork, enjoy your Scoffy, enjoy your Farina, and get you a Yalan, because I am a Yalan enjoyer, and therefore you should enjoy Yalan too. Goodbye.